Hi there everyone. I'd like to start by introducing myself. My name is Rosie Devine and I'm currently Head of Drama at Coombe School. In addition to teaching drama, I've also had experience of teaching English and Evolve, which is a blend of humanity-based subjects. From teaching outside my subject area, I've come to realise how valuable drama can be as a mode of learning, and if implemented correctly, could run through every subject of every school and every university. In this presentation, I aim to demonstrate how role play, and even more specifically learning in role, empowers students to realise how learning connects to their life and the future they want to build. By sharing examples from my own practice, I hope to generate ideas for how you can enable students to link their learning to a potential career, make subject content meaningful through role play, and raise aspiration through activating imagination. Now, I recognise for some practitioners there are understandable concerns about working outside your comfort zone in the world of drama. However, when we deconstruct what is meant by in role, we realise that drama is quite simply life. And whatever subject we teach, life is what we want to prepare our students for. So, being in role, what is that? We have acting, where a character is taken on, a part is played. There are social roles, which we feel in life that come with expectations regarding behavioural duties, status. There's organisational roles, where you have a specific job and responsibilities, you work in a team with colleagues. Learning in role takes all of these ideas, brings them together in the classroom to creatively construct a fictional scenario that places the student in a professional role. Once in role, any questions, tasks or problems they are presented with must be responded to in role, and often in collaboration with their colleagues, their classmates. To ensure that this is a successful and memorable learning experience, the setup is key. The fundamentals I'm about to share for how to plan and facilitate learning in role are taken from Dorothy Heathcote and inspired by her mantle of the expert. Heathcote believed that any task given to a student by a teacher needed to feel important and empower them to be important. The teacher's role is to create the conditions whereby a mantle of leadership, knowledge, competency and understanding grows around the child. Here's how to do this. Place the student in the role of a leader, an expert, encouraging them to look at their learning in a new way. Give them a clear issue, mission or problem to solve so they have a sense of purpose. Teachers, give yourself a role. Be in the scenario with them so you can guide. And most importantly, raise the stakes, plant problems, keep it exciting and build complexity, build tension. I'm now going to share what this looks like in drama. Students have often assumed this subject leads into a career in acting, and that's it. They may also assume history leads to a career as a historian, maths a mathematician. They don't always recognise the different and transferable skills that your subject is developing and how many different career pathways stem from this. Learning in role can dispel that myth. I would also love to reiterate that this can happen in any subject area because all subjects, not just drama, lead towards professional careers that encompass different roles and different responsibilities. As I share my examples, I encourage you to think of the professional roles that your curriculum is preparing students for. Where in your schemes of work are there opportunities for students to step into these roles? And by doing so, look at their learning with a new perspective. Make connections between the lesson and their future. To prepare students for learning in role, They need to be able to hold in their imagination a clear idea of the role themselves. How do they speak, interact, function? This will also allow for a clear understanding of how their learning connects to professional roles and skills in your subject area. To enable the drama students at Coombe Wood to experience the link between lesson content and career-based work, I participated in a collaboration with the Brit School, a project they were launching called Brits in the Box. Staff from the Production Arts Department at the Brit School ran workshops with a focus on set and costume design. These workshops offered a fun, hands-on experience of designing for performance and gave insight into the career possibilities within the production arts. For students on the Level 2 Performing Arts course, participating in these workshops shifted their thought process around their Component 1 coursework. Instead of researching roles in theatre from an outside perspective, they were able to learn about these professions through stepping in and doing the work they do. This was taken further in the practical lessons in the workshops, where they were given not only tasks by myself, their teacher, but also the brief of working as a theatre company, each with a professional role and responsibility: actor, set designer, stage manager, lighting, sound technician. They were tasked with the mission of taking a scene from Les Mis from page to stage over a series of hours. Within this role play, as their teacher, I took on the role of a producer, allowing me to guide the process and throw in further challenges. By working collaboratively in role, they were able to experience how these roles interrelate in the professional world of theatre. The problems I posed were real, and the sense of truth gave purpose to their reactions. Tension was built alongside the pressure of opening night in the West End. Approaching sustained that engagement. Furthermore, being in role initiated an instantly more professional tone. Their language and time management demonstrated a noticeably higher level of knowledge and maturity than in previous workshops. As facilitator, addressing students outside of their day-to-day selves organically activated imagination and built confidence. This was not only evident in the way they worked, but also in the quality and the detail of what they produced. Being in role allowed for a fresh perspective when looking at their own learning and how it connected to their professional futures. Presenting problems such as budgeting issues, technical failures, concerns around colleagues' professional behaviours. This gave students a sense of where their learning in the classroom was actually leading them. It empowered them to utilise skills they didn't even know they had. Presenting incentives such as bonuses, appraisal meetings, promotions was powerful in reminding them that working hard leads to more than good grades. It can help shape a life that you want to be part of. When we activate the imagination, new thoughts, ideas, and understandings come to light. Knowledge we did not previously know we possessed presents itself. A memorable moment in my teaching career of seeing this in action was during a workshop between Year 8 and Sky Blue Theatre. The actors brought students into role through costume, music, stepping into role themselves, guiding them through the story, with regular moments for participants to contribute their own words, their own lines into the Shakespearean world of the play. One student, in role as Mercutio from Romeo and Juliet, although they had never studied the play, was able to make accurate predictions about upcoming plot points and even improvise an almost exact modern-day version of their closing monologue. They then went on to step into the role of a director and redirect this scene, providing clear instructions to support the actors in exploring emotion, intention, and outcome. Being in this high-status role elevated their use of language and provided them with the confidence to lead in front of their entire year group. They were in Year 8. As I close, my questions for you are: can you think of 3 professional roles your curriculum is preparing students for? In your schemes of work, where are the opportunities for learning in role? And do your students have a clear understanding of how their learning connects to professional roles and skills? Thank you for listening. I hope these ideas, my resources and the recommended reading leads to some exciting new experiences between you and your students. Thank you.